Hey guys, if you are tuning in, today we're going to be talking all about foundation. It has been some time since I've actually done a foundation routine, and I'm pretty sure the last time I did my foundation routine, it was a little bit thicker and a little bit more full coverage, but I wanted to update you guys because number one, definitely need to update that video. And number two, my foundation routine is a lot more different than what it used to be. I have started to implement more cream products, liquid products, and I've actually been taking a step down from the more full coverage look and really utilizing more of that medium coverage, trying to enhance what I kind of want to just keep a little bit more natural. We'll see. I think everybody's version of natural is a little bit different, but I'm going to show you guys how I have been applying my makeup, how I've been using my cream and liquid products. Up until the last couple of months, I have always stayed away from liquid and cream products. They just really scare me, and being that I've always had some sort of issue with my skin, I always felt that it accentuated it more and made it look a little bit worse than what I felt like my skin really looked like. This foundation routine that I've been doing, I have actually loved it so much that I've been using it a lot through the summer, and normally in the summer I never wear that much makeup. It has been rock solid, it has been holding up, and I'm really excited to show you guys. So we're gonna get into it, so let's get to this. First thing you wanna start with is a setting spray. As I get into the winter months, my setting sprays will change, but right now I am using the All Nighter. This is the Ultra Matte. I find that this helps keep my oils, from breaking up my foundation and my powders. I don't feel like I have to reapply as much. I really like to make like a nice light coat all over my face, and I really like to also make sure that before I go in and do anything else, I allow this to settle. My skin is finicky because I am extra. I use multiple primers, but really if you're just looking for something as like a base layer, you can just pick out something that maybe is going to minimize your pores or something that is going to help keep you even more hydrated. Especially if you're on the drier side, you might want a primer that's a little bit more hydrating. I have big pores, especially right here, and I feel like if I don't use a pore minimizer, it really accentuates it throughout the day, especially when my oils start to come through. So for that reason, I'm gonna go in with the pore minimizer, and the pore minimizer I'm gonna use today is the Makeup Forever. This is another product that has worked for me. Here recently, I have been using the hydrating primer, and it's because I feel like I'm not taking in enough water and it's showing on my skin, and because of that, I really have to hydrate my skin. I also do like this hydrator because I do have sometimes a little bit of dry skin. I can get it, but that is due to my medication that I use for my acne. Please, please, please make sure you're allowing your skincare to set. And I have found that doing that has been like a game changer. For underneath my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and apply just a little bit of color corrector. This one here is the Boing Bright On Concealer. I'm just gonna take my finger. The next application I'm gonna go in with is any sort of touch-up. So if I see that I am breaking out somewhere, or I have a stubborn pimple or something that I want to cover, I'm actually gonna use my concealer first. And when it comes to using this concealer, I like to make sure that I have a really thick, heavy concealer that is going to cover and it's not gonna move. And I have found that the Makeup Forever, this is the Matte Velvet Skin Concealer. It's a high coverage concealer, does the job. When I first got it, I actually used it under my eyes. It was bad, it was so bad, it was cakey, thick, and it just felt heavy, and I was like, throughout the day, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break out. Like, there is no way I'm not going to. So I learned my lesson, and now I just use it where I need it, and it works really well. So right here, you can see, I just have a little spot right here. So I'm gonna take it here, maybe just here around my nose. This is where it gets really red. I'm gonna use a small little brush to blend it out, and I'm not pushing it away. I'm just pressing down on it. Again, don't want to move the product, I just want to lay it right there. For foundation today, we are going to be using the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. So I use the number 7 Neutral. I've been tanning and all that stuff. I've also been using the Makeup Forever foundation. It's just what has been actually matching my skin. And this is in the shade Y315. What I do is I just do one pump here, one pump here. I don't put a lot on my nose. I kind of stop right at the bridge of my nose. For my forehead, I've also allowed it to not have a lot of product, or at least a lot of foundation, because of my fine lines. Anytime I put foundation, I do find that it creases really bad right there. I'm gonna be using the Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS. I use the medium number 2 in Ginger. Another one I use is the Tarte This is really good. Like if you just got to run outside and you need to apply some concealer, I love the Tarte Shape Tape, and the one that I have, I believe, is in 35 medium. I do like this one the most, especially for covering. So I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then sometimes I apply a little bit right here because I feel like it's a little dark. I'm gonna apply a little bit here. And this right here gives me the exact coverage I want. Not too heavy, doesn't look cakey, covers what I need it to, and only covers in the spots that I need it to. You can see that I also don't focus a lot on my hairline because my hair is down. I'm not going to apply a bunch of product there. And it's also helped a lot by not taking my foundation all the way up and really just like fading it out. It's helped me not break out as much around my hairline. Again, whatever's left over on my product, I can just bounce right on my forehead. I'm gonna go ahead and conceal underneath my eyes. I am gonna use the Huda Beauty. This is the Faux Filter Concealer. Wow, I just have to say, wow. I am really impressed. I'm really, again, focusing on covering right on this inner corner and the outer corner. I just talked about this product in my current favorites, but I'm gonna use the Iconic London palette. This is their sculpting palette. Oh, you guys, it is so freaking good. It really is just the reason why I think I got more into it, because it was so user-friendly. I have a bit of a smaller brush, but I can't find it, so we're just gonna use this. It's a stippling brush, and this is what I'm going to apply to my nose. And when it comes to my nose, this might not be the correct way to apply a nose contour, but it works for me. I like it. The other part I'm gonna go in is I'm stippling up here. I like to stipple right here and right here. Just bringing my forehead in a little bit more. You can definitely take it and do the lines and stuff like that. I don't think that that looks natural. I take the bottom of my sponge and dip it in here, again, using just a little bit, and I start closest to my hairline and then work my way out. Now, bouncing it along the cheek area, I have to make sure I kind of apply it rounded around my cheekbones because I don't like having that very defined cheekbone. I don't know, it's just me. And again, I'm just bouncing it. Two blushes that I've been using. I have the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and then I have the NARS. So affordable and then a little bit more high-end. This is the NARS Orgasm Liquid Blush. This one's finicky, and I want to show you how I use it. What I do is I apply it to the back of my hand, one pump, and one pump's a lot. I want it to be a little bit tackier. I'm gonna use a sponge. You can use a sponge or a brush. Tap it on the back of my hand, picking up the color, and now I'm gonna bounce it. Very light, very simple, and this is going to make a fabulous base for any powder blush. So for my girls that are dry, I definitely would say that you could just apply powder underneath your eye area, anywhere where you crease, and you're good to go. I'm gonna go in and set underneath my eyes first because that's the place that is sat the longest. And I'm gonna be using the number 7. This is the Triple Action Finishing Powder in the shade Light. And now we're just gonna start setting. I'm actually gonna set above my eye because I did apply a little bit of concealer above my eye, and I take mine up to my eyebrows. I'm gonna be using the Earth Angel. This is the 4 Scope by Benefit, and this is just Hoola, but it's just in a palette form. Anywhere that I applied that bronzer, I'm going to set it. I've had some really fun blushes here recently. We're gonna go in with this one for blush. This is the Crystal Krista by Benefit. It's one of their new ones. Look at how cute it is. So it's actually like almost the same color as my nails, which are very, very bright and in color. It doesn't pick up the brightness, and you don't need a lot because it will be intense. Don't be scared with blush because a lot of times blush will fade the fastest, so don't be scared with blush. And I like to take mine up to my temples and around, kind of round it out. I'm just gonna be setting all of this part of my chin and right on my hairline. I'm gonna go in with my favorite powder ever. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. Be very light with this. Take a really fluffy brush and I'm gonna start buffing. Kind of like, do you guys remember Bare Minerals used to have that like buff method? That's what you wanna do here. Again, I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Setting Powder. This is the Ultra Matte. This is gonna help set everything. I'm gonna allow this powder to settle. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my eyes and my brows, and then I'm gonna show you guys one last thing that I do. So I will be right back. So we are back to finish up the face. In case you guys are wondering, I have to give a little shout out. I did use the Rare Beauty palette on my eyes today. This is the Come to Play palette. So pretty. And then for my lips, I did go in with the Maybelline Super Stay. We are going to go in with the shade Cookie. I'm just going to stick with this palette, or you can use any palette you want. And I'm just going to highlight my nose. And then I'm going to highlight this part of the bridge of my nose. I also do want to highlight inner corner. So those are the steps that I've been taking to do my foundation routine. Let me know down below what you guys have been loving for this summer, how you apply your makeup, and any comments you guys want to leave down below, go ahead and put them. I will always put all the information that I use, products, shades, all that good stuff down below, with also links for you guys to check it out directly. Thank you again for watching today's video, and there you have it.